back. Okay, we all set. Cool, cool, cool. Let's talk real quick, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well. I just did like a part one of this on Facebook. Y'all, I'm looking kind of rough today, but it's kind of like my girl from around the way look. Got my sneakers on and my little, you know, sweatpants and carrying on like that. But I just wanted to have a conversation. I'm trying not to be long-winded about it. Shout out to my B1 people. Y'all are the only people that will really understand this conversation. Y'all are the people that have been studying. Y'all are the people that have been reading. You've been the people that have been awake. You the people that's not confused right now. When I say Tuskegee 2.0, you know what that means. So shout out to you and put B1 in the comments. It's good to see y'all. I'm out here with my detox water. I'm doing an absolute fast. You know, when I eat a whole bunch of bullshit, I'll give my body a break and do an absolute fast where I'm just doing water. Because, sis, we want that stomach on flat, okay? And getting all that bloating and stuff out. But fuck it, fuck it. Let's get to the goddamn conversation. Saying goodbye to loved ones. It's time. I have had to be I've had to get comfortable with this since I was 13 years old, seeing my mom work as a herbalist. It wasn't cute back in the 90s to be into herbs and talking this shit, talking about fecal matter in your colon and cleaning your colon. It wasn't cute to talk about that. Now we hear my mom used to sell her detox kits out of the barbecue grill on the front porch. So when she went off to clean houses, she had her own cleaning service. Hold on, let me make sure, goddamn it. Girl, we don't do bugs. We don't do bugs, sis. I've been exposed my whole breast out here. But she would go clean houses. She had a cleaning service, but on the side, she was into herbalism and doing literally what I'm doing without social media, by the way. So she'd be doing the seminars, you know what I mean, and talking about herbs and talking about cleansing and all of this type of stuff and reversing disease. Her and my aunt Cora would do that. But I had to see people reject that knowledge. I had to see her go through the ignorance. I had to see that shit not be cool to tell people that what they eating is gonna kill them. That shit wasn't cool. But see, everybody vegan now. Okay, everybody vegan. They want to be health conscious. They like, what is that art? This is para immune complex. It's got 6 different herbs in it. You got herbal tinctures and shit. It's all cute. It's trend. But let me tell you when it's actually going to be time to separate and say goodbye to loved ones. We got people right now that don't understand what Tuskegee 2.0 means when it comes to this vaccination. It blows my mind that some people are even considering it. I've been back in the States. Keep up, goddamn it. This is motherfucking the A. This is the A. I've been back in the goddamn States. Then announced it on Instagram, Facebook, all types of shit. People come up on one live a year, holler about, you back in the States? Okay, brother. I just had to drag real quick. But anyway, back to my point. But yes, I'm back in the States. Love you and thank you for joining. Um, but everybody needs to know when it's time to say goodbye to your loved ones. Some of y'all are the conscious black sheep of your family, and you've seen loved ones die. I've had to see people die at 13 with this herb game, with this naturopathic game, seeing people reject the knowledge and shit like that and do what the doctors tell them to do because they don't know nothing else. That's like going in a car lot and you so nervous and you so hard up to get a car. You don't know you the one in control. You are the one that's actually paying their bills. You don't need them. They need your ass. They need the commission. So you go in there and you give up your keys. You give up your self-respect. They put you in their system. And anything they tell you, you do. Same place as the hospital. When people lose all self-respect, they lose their independence, empowerment. It goes out the window when you get in that damn hospital. Once you enter the hospital, you basically are on their plan. And if you don't already know how to heal yourself, you're going to do whatever that motherfucking doctor tell you to do. And if you ain't somebody who was raised with a mama, you was raised with these old weird conscious people like the Dr. Sabies and Queen of Fools that was already telling you about quassia wood and fresh green black walnut hulls and fresh garaya herb and bayberry root bark to reverse diseases and get your immune system boosted and shit. If you wasn't raised by somebody like that, more than likely you're one of the people that's doing whatever the doctor tell you to do. And you sit and duck. I mean, they take you through the emotions too. We gotta do it, Keisha. They said you gotta take that shot. They said you gotta. They get you all emotional. Cause the doctor said, they said I gotta get the hemorrhoid and the fibroid. They said I gotta get the surgery. And you go get the fucking surgery. Cause they told you to. My Lyft driver today, God bless her. She asked me, she said, you taking the shot? I said, girl, don't ask me that. I said, I'm gonna see what you say first before I say anything. I said, I'm trying not to talk about that shit. She said, well, I ain't taking the shit. I said, well, damn it, I ain't either. But she went on to talk to me about how she had a hysterectomy. This lady's around her 50s, had 5 kids with her. She's had a hysterectomy, and guess what? The doctors fucked up and cut her vaginal flap. What's the vaginal flap? That area where your asshole and your vagina is, that strip, your vaginal flap, that strip, they cut too far into it. So her intestinal tract was kind of coming into her vaginal tract. So when she wiped, she was seeing yellowish feces, shit like that after the surgery. You understand me? Because the doctor made a mistake. The doctor made a mistake. Lord, they told me, my doctor told me I had to get birth control or I would get cancer. These doctors crazy. That's a demonic lie. That's a shitty, smelly, hot fucking lie. They just lying. And we believe the shit though, because they know we the dumbest and the least informed. But anyway, they fucked up on her. She was wiping. She said something ain't right. She go in. They made a mistake in her hysterectomy because she was having so many fibroids. They suggested to get the full hysterectomy. But that's all they gonna suggest to you. That's all they got for you, baby. If you don't know nothing about red raspberry and nettle and detoxing and shit like that to take down mucus and dissolve fibroids, you sleeping on the womb stool, you think all this shit, the sea moss and shit like that, you think people just trying to sell you shit. It's too late to start waking up now, boo, to be honest with you. If you not in your 40s already knowing how to reverse some of this shit, as I said on my womb school weekly call, fibroids, diabetes, STDs, cancer, cold, and flu. Those are things that we need to know how to reverse as women. Period. If you don't know how to reverse that, you're fucked. Though that's like, black people know how to do electric slide. We know how to cook chicken and do basic things like that in the black community. We need to normalize how to reverse illnesses, diabetes, and I'll throw high blood pressure in there, cancer, like the basic plagues of society. This is what a woman's job really is as a healer and a nurturer, not just making fucked up fried chicken foods and shit like that and thinking you cook and doing something. Your real original role, sis, honestly, is the healer of the family. When you nurture, that's healing too. But we don't even know. We don't even want to breastfeed our kids. Our women are so fucked up and been and programmed and miseducated. So this lady telling me she had a hysterectomy. It's very common to see a black woman that don't even have her uterus anymore, which is a actual violation. That's a violation. Cutting off your dick and taking away your ability to procreate and all this different type of shit normalized like birth control. Birth control kills fetuses, spontaneously kills fetuses every month. And you think you virtuous? There ain't nothing virtuous about that. They normalize this shit. They normalize killing. They normalize disease in your body. So now here we go in a real full-fledged war. We're in medical apartheid. We're in a medical war, economic war, educational war, spiritual war. We got all of that. And we have the history to tell us, the ancestors. We got Sankofa. We need to be going back and reaching back and getting the knowledge and applying it to the day. What did we learn from Tuskegee? Obviously not shit. The Tuskegee experiment is alive and well now. It's called the COVID shot. You're going to be around here going through changes and shit and don't think this is like Agent Orange and shit like that. Do you understand the type of biochemical warfare we're in right now? And people are actually considering taking the COVID shot. Isn't that amazing? How stupid our people are to actually consider something like that. If you're considering the COVID shot and you've gotten it, baby, God bless you. As I said on my Facebook Live today, before I switched over here, if you at work, you got a job and your supervisor has taken the second round of COVID, you may as well apply for their job. You may as well apply for their job because that job is about to be open. You're about to be you may as well just go ahead and like apply. It blows my mind that this is exactly where we are. So someone asked me on the womb school weekly call, if you're not in the womb school, get in the womb school. This is where we actually prioritize being able to reverse diseases. But one of the sisters asked, if you have somebody that's taking a shot, what are the herbs to help, possibly reverse the side effects? Now, I immediately told her some of the herbs: sarsaparilla. Go to houseofimotep.com. It's going to be in the video description. Okay, sarsaparilla, it does that. It works for STDs, gonorrhea, eczema, um, even heavy metal detox. That's what it says on it. However, I got a few things to go over before we start talking about the herbs to reverse it and your loved one took it and what can we give them. If your loved one was dumb enough to get it, bro, I can't start talking about these are the herbs to take. Because guess what? That bio weapon, it may be stronger than this, boo. Herbs can only do so much. And I had to think about that. I was like, okay, I gave her the regular rundown because we got different types of shots. This COVID shot, baby, this is on a whole nother level. So I don't know you see what I'm saying? I don't know if sarsaparilla, if even powerful herbs can even help you. But even before we get there, why don't you consider that you may need to go ahead and say goodbye to your loved ones? And it don't even have to be about COVID. This is about people that haven't had the knowledge of how to heal their body. If they've been diagnosed with something and you the family member trying to get them the herbs and shit like that, don't waste your time. I've seen this dozens of times. You will lose your family member and you will be the blame for trying to introduce this herb stuff to them. Oh God, it gets turned around on you every time. So back up, allow people to be on their journey. Don't take that shit on. Don't take that shit on. This right here, I don't know what y'all think. I don't know what y'all think war is, but war is the time to start saying goodbye. It's people that die in war. This ain't the time to be thinking that, everybody just gonna be around forever. This is the time to be really making plans for how you gonna get along without them. I'm talking about some dear people, mamas and daddies and children and shit like that. This is not an easy conversation. You better, somebody said, I made peace with my loved ones. You gotta make peace. You gotta make peace. Let them go. Charge them to the game. You can't do nothing with that. Don't try to date people. Don't try to convince people. This ain't even the time for that. Black people are notorious for wasting their time on emotionalism. But when you in real war, you're not wasting time on emotionalism. You're keeping you and yours safe. It's about survival. This is not about preaching the gospel of how to wake people up. Don't nobody wake people up in war like that. What our job is as the truth speakers during war is to talk to the other soldiers. We're not actually trying to wake up the people that sleep, that don't know it's war. Do y'all get that? That's not what this is for. Ain't nobody trying to wake nobody up. Exactly. They argued in a burning house, wondering about, well, what is it? What you educate us? Well, how we know that you ain't lying? Call me a bitch, crazy scammer. I don't give a fuck. Ain't nobody got time to be arguing back and forth with your ass and we in a burning house called white supremacy. I don't have to, explain anything. We're out of time for that. And so for you, don't you be trying to save your family members and trying to put them on herbs and shit like that when they have already damaged their body. Their health, their lifestyle is what's going to keep them. That's what's going to keep them on their path. That's what's going to keep them doing the same thing over and over again. It is their pattern. It is their lifestyle. If it's not their lifestyle to do this, to do intermittent fast, to know about this shit is like songs on the radio to me. Knowing how to detox and what this is for and what herb is for what and how to reverse diabetes, high blood pressure, cold and flu, STDs, as well as cancer. Those things, as I said in the womb school on the call last week, y'all, we have to get on that. Dissolving fibroids, we have to know that just like that. Just like y'all know how to do the Cupid shuffle, y'all know how to do, yeah, we know how to do the Cupid shuffle. We know how to do all the dances, but do we know how to reverse fibroids and dissolve fibroids naturally? Do we know the three herbs for the female reproductive system? Do we know three methods of dissolving tumors and cysts and reversing PCOS? But we know how to do bundles and hair and makeup and wigs. We know how to do that. We know how to do the dances. We know how to fry chicken. We know how to do all this dumbass shit. But the stuff that really matters, women don't know how to do that. And lashes. Thank you, sis. We learn how to do lashes. We learn how to do everything else except for what a woman needs to learn how to do, which is how to heal her family, how to reverse diseases, and how to keep her husband and her children well, and to heal her community. That is the ultimate power tool, is your ability to heal. That's what being a goddess is. God is. Goddess. I'm not trying to be that girl. I am so not trying to be that girl, all countries and stuff. You see, sisters, the etymology means God is, means God is, and when you do the things that God does, like heal, you is God. You see, I'm not gonna be that. I can get into the etymology too, but that's what a real goddess is. That's some goddess shit. Okay, come on, God essence. Yes. Okay, get the patchouli oil and let's light some sage and shit. I like you. But diabetes, high blood pressure, cancer, fibroids, STDs, yeah, and weight loss. That was the other one. We need to know how to lose 20 pounds just like that. And we shouldn't have this type of shit. We shouldn't have this type of shit that we spend thousands of dollars to get somebody to help us to do. You don't know how to lose 10 to 15 pounds, and that's what's keeping you away from having help. Like, it's shit like this. I'm not in the Gambia. Been left. They late. We be late, delayed, don't know how to read information. I'll say everything is in the video description. In this video description, we don't be knowing shit. Go to houseofimotep.com, not even reading anything. I've had people to see my post and I will break it down. Here are the 5 herbs to reverse this disease. I do posts like this all the time. Y'all need to follow me at Ancestral Arranged Match on Instagram or Art Kathy. Okay, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook. Okay, Art Kathy. People still gonna be lost about how to find me. Okay, that's how late we are. I'll list all this shit in the damn comments. This brother was like, "How do I get started? I just need to know how to get started." What do you mean? See that type of shit. What the fuck? How do you get started, motherfucker? Read. Read. Oh, Jesus. What you talking about how to get started? And I'll write a whole diatribe. I'm just trying to get started, man. I've been following you and I just want to know how I can get started on all of this so I can start healing my body. It says, get these herbs, go to this site. Good night. What the fuck do you... How to get started? We be looking, that's the lack of reading comprehension. So you looking for something to say, get started here. Well, actually, even if when I say get started here, they'll still be like, how do I get started? This is why you can have a 500-year-old coincidence on our people. They can do Tuskegee experiments on you every day, all the time, the medical community. They can tell you anything, and you just going right along with it. Our people dumb as dip, dude. Bobby Hemmett used to say, black people are finished. We're finished. We're finished. He's a sage as well. We're finished. Black people are finished. I kind of like talking in those terms because it's real. For the most part, the black race, with the mindset, they're finished. They finished. If niggas is signing up to take this shot, they deserve everything that come with it. It's almost like an analogy I use. If you see a nigga that's got brown contacts and he's got, dark, that jet black dyed hair and the line up with like a marker and shit and lined up in the marker beard. If you see a nigga that's got a sprayed on hairline and contacts and you date him and you fuck with that nigga, you deserve everything that you get. Okay? He got an S curl sprayed on hairline. Contacts, blue contacts at that. A nigga with blue contacts, blue or green or them honey browns. A nigga with them contacts with a spray on hairline and shit. If you don't know to just go run to the hills, you deserve everything that you gonna get. You deserve it. You deserve it. And he go to church and everything. You deserve it. You deserve it. So just like with this, if you don't know nothing about Tuskegee experiment, if you don't know that, they gotta inject you with the shit first, and you see people dying and you don't know nothing about your history, and you just trust in the doctors, you deserve it. You do. You do. You deserve to die. You deserve say goodbye. Funeral homes are real busy right now. And speaking of which, Buried by the Bernards. It's a black-owned funeral home in Memphis, Tennessee. They have a little reality show on Netflix called Buried by the Bernards. Y'all have to see it. It's hilarious. It is good, wholesome black programming. And I was so shocked to see that from Netflix, because Netflix is on that bullshit. They can't even show us some healthy black relationships. We LGBTing it up and we weird and we got all this sexual confusion. And I love when you see Netflix, it be some fuck shit when you see us. This was healthy. I was laughing. I did not even want the series to end, y'all. It was so good. But the funeral homes are busy. The funeral homes are busy right now because we got some dumb motherfuckers that's signing up for this shit. Hank Aaron was a coon. He was a coon. Atlanta icon. Coon. This fool lined up to take the shot, and goddamn it, this fool died. Just 5 minutes, not 5 minutes later, but he died soon after. Now, if that don't tell you, you deserve it. It's not speaking ill of the dead. It's not speaking ill of the dead. That's what I'm saying. I said Tuskegee. Somebody said, yeah, you must have just joined the broadcast, but thank you. You said, you remember when they was injecting syphilis into black people? Yes. Yes. And that was the Tuskegee experiment. You don't know what's in this goddamn COVID shot. Ladies, if you do have a nigga and a husband that's taking that shit, don't let him skeet in you no more. I thought about this. I talked about this to my Lyft driver today. I go in, whoever I talk to. Do you know Richard Pryor and Pamela Greer was once together? And in her tell-all book, she wrote a memoir, but she talked about Richard Pryor's cocaine use and how in his sperm it made, when he skeeted her, after constant sexual contact to his sperm from him doing cocaine, it gave her second-degree burns and it fucked up her fertility. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's fucked up. So with this COVID shot, can you imagine what's coming out through that shit? It's like Agent Orange, baby. Do you? Spike Lee was proud of his. Girl, that damn Spike Lee is a goddamn coon if I ever seen one. Baby, don't believe this shit. They ain't taking it. The people that saying they taking it ain't taking it. Sometimes they are, sometimes they not. You don't fucking know what these people are doing. They send up here just lying to you. This is the way they gotta quickly get rid of y'all. It's time to go. It's wartime. They've turned up the kill switch. This is what population control looks like. Hello. They got to get rid of y'all fast. They're not playing with you no more. They finna fuck up your sperm. They've already killed your desire to have children. None of y'all over 40, single and everything. It's a lot of people over 40 got one child, don't want no more. You're burned, you're bruised. They've killed our family values. No dads were in the home. Brothers are scared of the sisters. Brothers ain't making a whole lot of money. Brothers that make $100,000 a year, they fall into a very small percentile. They've broken our men economically, spiritually, physically, taken them out of the home, made it better so that the woman would have more incentive not to have them. Goddamn, y'all, put them in jail, lock them up. This is why we fucked up now. We don't even want a motherfucking date. We don't want to fall in love. We don't want no motherfucking kids. God damn it. We don't want to fall in love. We don't want no kids. We don't want none of this shit. Because they have taken our whole desire away. That's what breaking down the black family looks like. You don't even want one for yourself. You don't know how to get one for yourself. You don't know how to get the black family for yourself. You don't want it. The gender wars are on fleek. Okay, half of y'all don't even like the black man, half of y'all scared of the black woman. I already know what the fuck I'm talking about. So they've already pit you against each other from the damn plantation. Okay, and now they're gonna make sure that you sterile black women, giving you all the birth control, taking out your uterus altogether. And now the men think it's something cute to get vasectomies and shit. That is your God-given birthright. I'm so tired of having to be the old-fashioned person to have to tell y'all that the shit and the choices y'all make are actually a violation to your ancestors and your spirit. I'm so tired of being the one to say, yeah, actually that vasectomy has spiritual implications and consequences too, my brother. We just weren't told that. Jesus and your pastor not telling you shit like this. Your hysterectomy, the birth control you take, that plan B. Your ancestors be mad as fuck at y'all for doing this shit to your body, altering your body. We haven't even talked about the spiritual implications that come with us altering this shit and doing this shit. We've got nature, spirit, and the ancestors. Those are the three realms we have to always honor and that we're always in, that are always existing, whether you know about it or not. And they got us blind, crippled, and crazy. Don't want black love in here lying. Don't have the first 5 minutes of conversation for a black man because you awkward on the phone. I got the virtual coffee dates that I do for black people. It's specific B1 singles that need to start talking and connecting again. Some of y'all got so much work to do. It's sad. It's sad. The women don't know what to talk about. They've broken your whole spirit, sis. You've been working for 20 plus years, and now when it's time to connect with the black man, and now when it's time for you to connect with the black woman, you don't really know what the fuck to talk about. Y'all sitting on the phone looking and sounding stupid. So yeah, I have to really curate an experience of what you guys need to talk about, how to make you productive, how you can have a meaningful connection on the phone. I have to curate that whole experience because we like those awkward eighth graders at the dance, and the boys on one side and the girls on the other side, and they don't know how to come together. That's the role I have to play because we're so traumatized. It's not that we're fucked up people. We're not mean. We've just been traumatized. Look, said, really want to have kids in today's society where they look, all of that shit. The thing, you got to change the system. You shouldn't have kids if you're not gonna be a warrior. That's the problem. We need to deal with the root. White supremacy would end if we get on code and when we get on code. Hello, but see, we got too many people buck dancing and too broken don't know what the fuck time it is and too compromised to know that they're at war. So yeah, if you're not gonna understand we're at war and you don't know how to move, you're gonna be on the offense or the defense, whichever the fuck one it is. But when you scared to have kids in this society and shit like that, they already won. They got you living in fear. That's sad. That's sad. I mean, you know, when you don't have protection of the black man, the black family, your guns, you live with a lot of fear. You really do. You really do. You don't think you can do shit. A lot of y'all so used to having to ask for time off and have vacation, when to go to restroom, when to have your baby. You got to ask for permission for a lot of shit. Hit me up if you're single and you really want a pre-screen process. But again, I'll say that shit. Go to my website, Art Kathy Official. Get a virtual coffee date, talk one-on-one, get a natal chart reading. Let's get through this shit. Y'all so traumatized. Y'all don't want to pay the money. It's hella. I'm a very cheap matchmaker, by the way. It's matchmakers that charge $2,000 and $3,000 for this shit, and y'all find out they don't even have no black database worth shit. I've been in this shit for 10 plus years, connecting black people, making positive connections and meaningful connections and very creative introductions. They will take your money and you don't get no further down the goalpost. That thing has not moved an inch to the altar. You still thinking that ain't no good black men out here, and I got a whole database full of them. B1 black men and African men too. Okay, I think I see what I had to do. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me do this. Okay, let me see. I need to actually charge my phone because that's what it is. Like my phone is not charged. Hold up. All right. Got this, guys. All right. Hold on real quick. All right. Let's see. I can't see shit either, y'all. Hold on. Okay. Yes. Okay. There we go.